All right, I'm shifting gears now after telling you how miserable it is to be in my 60s looking for someone to date, and there's been no one in 10 years. Let's get off onto a better subject, which is sex. And when it comes to sex, there's a big difference between men and women. So I want to read a couple of the comments that was left on my last video. I'll pin it right up here. And there's a woman who answered, Justianess 7451. She said, a very interesting and important topic. Yes, men can compartmentalize sex. They can separate sex from love and feelings, but a healthy woman doesn't. A woman gets pleasure from sex by having an emotional connection to the man, but a man can gain pleasure just from the physical activity. Yes. When a woman has sex with a guy, she likes him. So it really hurts when she is ghosted after sex. Men can have sex with the woman they don't like. It's very true. Because their pleasure is from the physical act. And women will assume this guy likes her because a woman is wired to think that any guy that wants to have sex with her likes her because we have sex with only guys we like. Now, I do not know. I think these are her own words, but I've said this so many times. So I don't know if she's copying me or what, but this is absolutely true that we as women have sex with men that we like enough to, like, we like you, so we're gonna have sex with you, right? Like a guy will be like, I'm so horny, I want to fuck a girl who's a 10, but I'll fuck the 4. I don't care. But a woman doesn't do that, and we do get a lot of our pleasure from the emotional connection and the safety and trust. That's why women in relationships report more satisfying sex, more orgasms, better orgasms. And that's why women don't like being ghosted after sex. Okay, another comment I had, which I really appreciate, was from a gentleman. His name is Steve T6676. He says, interesting subject, as is often the case. I think most of your viewers are men, but I don't know why. Neither do I. This is just my observation in life for men looking at women. To your point, there's a guy at the gym I go to that absolutely is a predator. I don't talk to him, but when I overhear him speaking to other guys, he often brags about hooking up, mainly with divorced women at the gym. But I honestly think men like that in his mid-40s are the exception, not the rule. Then he talks about, now this is where I want to get to this part. My thought is this: when a man observes a woman, he can feel if there's an attraction pretty quickly, just based on physical traits. But longer observation, he'll notice how she interacts with the world, how she dresses, her general vibe. Mentally, he will place her in one of two zones, assuming he's looking to pair up. If the woman is talking about fucking some guy she just met, or in other ways leading with sex, if the woman comes across as overtly sexual, he'll go for hookup. So what are examples? Wearing sexy clothing as opposed to attractive clothing. Talking about fucking some guy she just met, or in other ways leading with sex. She is now out of the relationship category. If a guy isn't into hookups, he just moves on, okay? Because he doesn't want to fuck the woman who's just like skanky hookup girl. And I'm thinking about these women at the gym that go there barely dressed, but I don't know. Let me just read his comment. The second type is a woman who doesn't lead with sex. The guy may observe some intrinsic qualities about her through her behavior or conversation. I talked to a few people at my gym, both men and women. As an example, there is a woman I know fairly well who talks about her kids, her job as a nurse, and who actually helped an older guy at the gym who injured himself. She drove him to the hospital and drove him to rehab for a few weeks out of pure kindness. Women like kindness in men, but men like kindness in women too. So is this woman a good bet for a long-term relationship? Yes, he wrote in caps. I honestly think women don't get that distinction. It's not about your ass, although men will notice. It's what a woman is trying to attract. They often get it wrong, and that's why women are disappointed when they are ghosted. They attracted a man that saw them as a sex object rather than a man who is looking for a relationship. Meeting people in real life is just better. My comments are too long. I don't think his comment was too long at all. I think that this long example was very helpful. And I think that I know that from talking to my personal trainer also. When a woman is like so sexual right away, he doesn't take her seriously. He says, yeah, and I've had other men tell me when a woman shows everything right away, there's nothing left to discover, or they didn't have to work for it. But honestly, what I think it is, and they don't really say it in those ways because they haven't thought about it like I think that everyone likes someone who has standards and boundaries. So a man or a woman who has standards and boundaries and has something going on is simply more attractive, or a person who's kind, like the woman who is going to come over and bring you some food versus the woman who's just going to come over to suck your dick. Or the man who is going to help you, something with your car when he's leaving the gym, rather than the guy who's just like lifting a bunch of weights trying to get in your pussy. Or who's just flirting with all the girls. I think we just like people who've got discipline and standards and boundaries. They're just more attractive. That's what I think. So that was on the video about why women don't like being ghosted after sex. I love the comments you guys leave. I get like some really, really good quality comments. For the screenshot on this video, I'm going to post a photo of myself that I took at the gym. If I can find one. What I wear at the gym, because I want people to see, like, I dress pretty conservatively. Yeah, I dress pretty conservatively at the gym. So I'm going to use this picture of myself to put as on my beginning photo for this video. But usually I wear a little bit longer leggings, like even this I've worn at the gym. But usually I have a shirt on. I took the shirt off for the picture, but usually I have a shirt on. I have longer pants. Let's see, I'm trying to find a picture I can use. I think for some of these pictures, yeah, like this is a good one. This is a good one. This is something I would wear to the gym. And this is a picture, this is something I would wear to attract a man, believe it or not, because I'm trying to attract men. So I'm dressing conservatively because I want to attract men that are looking for a relationship, you know? So I don't wear makeup and I dress conservatively. I think that's good. So anyway, thanks for watching my video.